I'm visiting every country in Asia in video games. Now, I probably should have done Singapore a long time ago, but there's not actually as many video games there as I thought that there would be. The most recent example I can think of is Skull and Bones, the first major video game to be made in Singapore and the first quadruple A video game ever made. But that was really just Ubisoft getting a tax break to make the game there and not actually set in Singapore, and also a gigantic failure. But there is plenty of indie devs in Singapore, and one of them stood out to me with a game called Chinatown Detective Agency. It's a point-and-click cyberpunk detective game set in 2037 in Singapore. They have actual references to real-life locations in the game too. I absolutely love the art style of the game, and it started off strong when at one point I had to use my actual web browser in order to solve one of the puzzles, which I thought was pretty cool. Of all men's miseries, the bitterest is this: The Histories by Herodotus. However, after about an hour, the puzzle started to get a bit repetitive, like the matching game to hack the doors. I am so smart. And the first big puzzle of the game ended up just being a giant bunch of numbers that you had to decipher into a message. This doesn't even make me feel smart. After I got the first couple of letters, I realized that it wasn't very mentally stimulating and honestly kind of just a giant waste of time, so I just looked up the answer. After that, you have to book a flight to London in order to keep solving the case that you're working on, which seemed like a good place to end the game because I wasn't even in Singapore anymore. But just keep in mind, I only played the game for like an hour, so this isn't like an in-depth review, more of like a first impression, so don't take my word for it. Maybe you would enjoy it, but as a game set in Singapore and Singapore representation, it is a whole lot better than Skull and Bones. What country should I visit next?